I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, it is storm season. What do you do if you see damage on your house? Also, when, if ever, is this real estate market going to level out? It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. If you've been threatened by the IRS, you're not helpless. I'm attorney Justin Clark. You have the power to fight wage garnishments and to fight levies on your account. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your life.
This is a special offer from IQ Power Solar.
Stop paying high electric bills with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. And now it's never been easier. IQ Power Solar can give you immediate electric bill relief right now when you go solar. IQ Power Solar will reimburse you for your very next electric bill. Plus, if you're a first responder, IQ Power Solar will pay your program payment for the rest of the year. Call 407-585-1018 now or visit iqpowersolar.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, renter, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the show, 321-407-205-0400. Dallas Lehman is also standing by to get you pre-approved today. You cannot start the house hunt until you get that pre-approval letter. Dallas will talk to you right now. He's literally sitting by the phone. Great show for you today. You will not want to miss a single second. But first, the opening statement. The opening statement today is brought to you by IQ Power Solar. You know I went solar last year. So happy I did. Tell me how we did it.
This new program offers you a 40-year transferable warranty on the product, their performance, the workmanship, the labor. That is the best warranty that's ever been flirted with in this sector, ever. Hands down, right? We're giving you a production guarantee. If we promise it's going to produce something and it produces less, we'll cut you a check for the difference. We're giving you a home value increase guarantee. If we tell you that it's going to increase your home value $23,000 and the appraiser is stuck at 20, we cut you a check for the difference, okay? Trade-in program. In 10 years, if you want a cool new system or you want to add stuff up, you have loyalty credits to where you have 50% of your system. If you spent 40 grand, you have $20,000 to trade in and trade up. Okay, if you move, if you sell the house, the credits stay with the homeowner, not the home. So if you don't trade up, you sell the house and you move to a new home, you have those credits to go to a new system on a new home, right? And if you move into a house that's not qualified for solar, you can then get cash back instead of a trade up. So we spent 4 years developing this program. Customer loyalties for add-ons. You want to add a battery later. You want to add a new water heater. You just got a pool. You want to add solar pool heat. You can literally do this with no cost if you're in our customer loyalty program. And most importantly, if you spent $35,000 today and you go through our program, on the 15th year, if you haven't used any credits or anything like that, we will cut you a check for the entire cost of your system.
I can't think of a better time than now to save money, save the environment, and you can do so at 407-205-0400. As we're right here in the thick of storm season, we need to address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is your insurance company is out there, generally speaking, to make money, right? They want to take your premiums and then pay out as little as they can. So what do you do when the insurance company comes by after a storm, denies your claim, or says that your claim is not worth as much as you think that it really is? We're going to answer those questions. Also, when is this real estate market going to level out? We're going to talk to Rose Kemp about that. We're going to do so by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on You Have Real Estate, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Today on the show, welcome back, Rose Kemp. Rose, how are you? Good to see you again. How many times is this now?
I believe it's lucky number 5.
5? Oh my gosh.
I think so, yes.
It's flown by. And for, I believe, the second time, our best public adjuster friend, Greg Bonner's here. Greg, welcome back, sir. How are you?
Thank you very much. Good.
Let me start with you. And I'm not trying to be rude to insurance companies, but insurance companies have all the dough in the world because they take our premiums and then they pay us as little as they can generally. How do we fight back?
Well, a lot of things that you do when you fight back against the insurance company is you use the building codes and the safety measures that are provided. And the state gives you a guidelines of how they want you to put your roof back on. And to know those things, it would be good to go through that with your insurance company and say, this is how I expect you to put the roof on now, and in accordance with the current code.
You are a public adjuster.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean exactly?
It means I'm more of a policyholder's advocate. I represent you in an insurance claim, and I help tell the insurance company what it's really going to cost to do your job.
I have to stroke you a big check at the beginning, or how does it work?
No, I represent you, and when the insurance company pays you, that's when you pay me. And you pay me a small percentage of that.
Right.
But most of the time, when people involve a public adjuster, they recover about 400 to 500% more from the insurance company what they pay you.
What is the difference when I hear, oh, my adjuster from the insurance company called me versus my public adjuster called me? What's the difference?
What's the difference when you hear the public adjuster call you is he's an advocate for you. Your insurance company, when they call you, they're trying to tell you how little possible they're going to pay you to do that job. Yeah. And then it's your responsibility to prove that loss. So when the insurance company says we're going to pay you for this, you have to prove to them that these codes are applicable and these things are responsible by you to make this loss correct.
I'm not going to throw out any names here, but I know 3 people, 3 families really, that you've helped recently. Again, no names. I'm not pointing any fingers or anything back there, but I know 3 families personally that you have recently helped in kind of different scenarios, but all 3 great success stories. Fill me in.
Well, we had one fella that he got completely denied, and we worked with his insurance company to get him approved, and they paid him $30-something thousand for his new roof. Of course, that was a month or 2 down the road after we arm wrestled with them. Our second friend that was involved, he had a roof, and the insurance company was due to replace it, and he sold his house during this great market that we're in. So when he sold his house, we turned around, and the insurance claim went right through, and I believe the new homeowners benefited in some way from that, but the insurance claim had no hindrance on the sale.
Right.
And then my third friend that we're working on, the insurance company came out and paid him, I don't know, it was a very large sum of money, and it was a very nice house, and then we resubmitted back to them what we thought was the responsibility of them to pay for the code and safety and all that, and it was another large sum of money.
Sorry, please.
So that's what we're waiting on them.
When should I call you? Do I call you before I make the claim? Do I call you when they start jerking me around? When do I pick up the phone and call you?
You should call right at the beginning of a claim. I actually can file the claim for you and call the insurance company, but your policy is going to be different from your policy, and it's going to say certain things that you have to do within a time parameters, and you don't want to waste that.
Yeah. Speaking of the real estate market, Rose, I mean, you and I have been living this together for a couple of years at least now. It's obviously crazy. We would have never seen this coming when the pandemic hit, but I think we all know that we're sort of at a peak of the market here. Is it going to go up, come down, or level out? Sorry, I had to do it to you.
I don't believe it's going to come down. If anything, I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of a slowdown as far as values increasing. Mm-hmm. So I see we are, I believe, on the road to a more stable market. But with that being said, it's an ever so changing market, and the whole inventory situation is really playing a big role in how things go in the future. Yeah. But I do see people having more confidence in real estate and making those decisions to get their homes on the market. So that's helping the inventory. Are
you seeing a lot of deals fall through prior to closing right now?
Yes,
Please go ahead.
I absolutely am. I have multiple listings that I've had to sell a couple of times, and so they become a back on the market property, and for no fault of the sellers or even the property, just factors that the buyers are having, a lot of relocations, and so sometimes, they're making these quick decisions, mm-hmm. and in their due diligence period, realizing that maybe the husband doesn't like the garage after all, or the location isn't right due to a need they might have, and it is what it is, so we're dealing with it.
Do you think there's any truth to the buyers out there right now, just going around knowing it's so competitive? They're just kind of throwing an offer in, even maybe overbidding before they really even see the house. But after they put the contract in, maybe they're keeping their eyes open on some other homes, and they're using this period for inspection to find something else.
I tend to not think that's happening
No.
because there's just not enough inventory. So typically when they fall in love with a house and they make that offer, there's probably not going to be like a bunch of other options. I think a lot of times they're excited and they want to secure it and keep it, but unfortunately then there's other factors that they didn't look at or consider when they made that offer.
Right.
But yeah, we're still actually from last year to this time, we are 61% below inventory.
Unbelievable.
So.
How many offers are you generally seeing now? Because we're hearing horror stories of 20, 30, 40 offers per listing. Are you seeing anything like that still?
Yes, we are. We are still seeing, 18 showings a day when they first get listed. And yeah, it's wild out there. There's definitely a lot of buyers and not enough inventory, multiple offers, but that is why you really need to strategically have a well thought out and educated plan with your realtor so that you can secure a property in an intelligent way and not find yourself just throwing out their offers as though you're trying to throw, spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. That's not the way you should operate. You should really strategically plan and look at that price point and be realistic of what you can afford and what you can buy with whatever you're qualified for. Also type of loan. That's a big one too.
Sure. People think realtors are killing it right now, and sure, some of them are, especially the bigger listing realtor type agents, but there are some buyer agents out there right now that are actually struggling because think about it. They're driving these people around for week after week, putting offer after offer on these properties, none of which get accepted. I've had buyer agents tell me they've put 30 to 40 offers in for one individual client, and you're not getting paid till it closes. I'm seeing a lot of that.
Absolutely, but I think that that's where you have to really sit down with your realtor and strategically plan that, because I know I don't like wasting my time, and I hate to see buyers waste their time, because if they're doing 10, 15, 20 offers, that's a timeline potentially of 2 months. And guess what? If you don't secure a property, then by the time 2 months later comes, now you're going to afford less house because the values keep climbing quite a bit.
I have an admission to make to you and you as well. Dallas Lehman, about 4 to 5 times prior to the show every day says this, and I quote, everybody on silent, everybody on silent. And then Tyson Fiore, our producer, comes around and says, everybody on silent. And I get so annoyed. So I don't even check because I just get annoyed anymore, so I don't check. I assume it's on silent. Obviously not today. My bad on that.
Business is business. It's all right. We all do it.
Rose, you brought a couple of great listings here. I want to show them to you. Let's start here in Orlando. What's the name of this?
Canovia.
Canovia, I knew that.
Yes, 1115 Canovia Avenue is a single-family home, 2,083 heated square feet with a 2-car garage. Originally a ranch home that was built in 1981, but was completely redesigned. Wow. As you can see, very modern, high ceilings. They added a second floor that has a wonderful loft with a balcony that overlooks the area, and it's also kind of nestled in on a cul-de-sac, so you kind of feel like it's a little bit rural, but it's actually in College Park.
Really?
So fabulous location off of
Absolutely.
Fairbanks, near the I-4, near Shopping Winter Park, downtown. So I think it's a really, really great option. And the only reason this home is currently active is because, unfortunately, we lost our buyer. Again, no fault of the property, no fault of the sellers, just a change of plans.
Is that right?
So yes, but it is available.
At $475, your payment's not going to be that bad if you really calculate what your PITI payment would be. Almost like renting a nice 2-bedroom apartment, which is kind of sad, but it's true. If you're renting, you really need to consider buying. And now let's go down to Ocoee, Hammocks Drive. Tell me about this one.
Yes, so Hammocks Drive, 823 Hammocks Drive, we're asking $430,000 for it. It was built in 1992, and it is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,283 heated square feet with a 2-car garage, but also it's an awesome Florida pool home with no backdoor neighbors, so it's very private. It really does feel like a little private oasis in the back, and I think right now with our new lifestyle post-pandemic, people are really looking for that outdoor, indoor living space. So this property really offers it all, and it is in Ocoee, so city of Ocoee. And speaking of adjusters and roofs, we actually are installing a new roof currently as we speak for some reasons that were unknown, but the buyer is getting a brand new roof. Both of these listings, actually, Hammocks and Canovia, I think the really nice thing about it is they both have a lot of really great outdoor space for that real good indoor-outdoor living space that people are looking for.
If you'd like to see either of these properties, I will connect you with Rose right now. Here's the phone number, 407-205-0400. And as you know, in this market, you have to act quickly. I would make that call right now. If you need to get pre-approved, Dallas Lehman is also here to get you pre-approved. And I was just kidding, guys. They're in the back. I don't really get annoyed. Like, not that annoyed anyway, I promise. Excellent job. Those are great properties. Really fantastic properties. I think they'll move pretty swiftly, if I had to guess. You know?
Yes.
Speaking back to insurance claims, Greg, with you, I hear a lot of people say, well, there was a storm that rolled through, but I don't know if it affected my roof or not, but I see a little something. When do I know it's the time to do some sort of inspection or make some sort of claim on my roof when a bad storm rolls through? Because I don't know if that was already there. I don't know if the storm did it. When do I really need to check that out?
As soon as you see anything, if you see any little thing inside of your home, you definitely need to have somebody take a look at it immediately. But most of the things that we find on these roofs, similar to the property, it's very hard to see from the ground or from the street. Most of the time the damages are you have to actually physically touch the shingle and to see the damage.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, but one of the good things about them replacing your roof is they're going to put these things underneath the roof that's typical dry end that they require, and they give you credits towards your insurance. Whenever you have this new roof, it's called a wind mitigation affidavit, and these new things are discounts when they buy insurance. So it makes a big difference to get it done right.
Is there a way to find out if we had hail in my neighborhood or on my street? How do I do that?
There's a forensic weather map that we can pull up with your zip code and address, and it'll tell me everything that happened to your house within the last couple of years, as long as I want to go back, and it's all from the National Weather Service. So it'll send us a map of where the hail hit or where the wind blew.
Something tells me that's not going to be on the weatherchannel.com. I have to pay an upcharge for that, or what?
You have to pay for everything in this. I have a prescription to it, and we also have a prescription to the insurance software that allows us to estimate this damage for you, and it's the latest thing that's on the charts now. They literally just released some new editions of it in July this year.
Let's have an honest conversation for a moment. Not that you haven't been honest before, but I think it's important that we have this talk, because at the end of the day, this is what I think really matters. Roofs are expensive. I mean, on the lower end, 16 grand, higher end, you're in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Many of us do not have a check that we can write for $100,000 to get a new roof. Now, this is not insurance fraud. I'm telling you, do not commit insurance fraud. But what I'm saying is, if this policy covers that roof, the insurance company should pay for it. I'm not saying do anything weird whatsoever. But at what point do we know this insurance company has to write this check, not me?
As soon as you find out that there's damage to your roof and you have an insurance policy and they have to replace it per that policy, when they start to replacing it, it's when somebody that uses the experience that I have can tell them what it's going to take to do it right. And most of the time, that's about twice as bad as what they think.
Yeah.
Because of what I know. I literally put the roof on the Orlando International Airport.
Really?
So I know what it's like to roof a facility full of people safely and with the latest technology available.
That's why you had that nice car I saw you in the parking lot, huh?
I tell you what, you don't want a brain surgeon walking up to you with a Pinto or something like that.
Absolutely. So I think what Greg's saying is, look, the insurance company come out and say, oh, it'll be $16,000 to fix your roof. You still involve someone like him to come in and say, that's not $16,000, that's $40,000 or that's $50,000, because you got to fix it right. Of course they want to spend as little money as they can. They are huge corporations trying to spend as little as they can. You can't blame them. That's what they're taught to do, but that's why Greg is here to help you have that fight. Greg Bonner, great job today, buddy. You're going to stick around for the Real Estate Roundtable, I hope?
Absolutely.
Rose Kemp, do you have a few more minutes?
Yes.
Let's do our 5th Real Estate Roundtable together.
Yes.
And without further ado, it's time for your portion of the show. It's the Real Estate Roundtable. Every Saturday on the show, I answer your questions from throughout the week. Here's what you do. During the week, go to our Facebook page, You Have Real Estate. Ask me a question right there. We might just answer it right here next week on the TV show. We're going to start in Tavares. Is it Tavares or Tavares?
Tavares.
I'm afraid to even say it because I don't know if I'm going to mess it up. What do you think?
Tavares.
What do you think? Tavares. Let's go to Don in Tavares. How important is it that my real estate agent is local to my neighborhood? That's a good question. I mean, how local does your agent really need to be?
Local. What's the meaning of local?
I don't know. I mean,
Does he mean
I'll call
loco
Don.
or local? Because you want a really crazy one.
Yeah.
But actually, so I just think that you need a realtor that understands your area, your county. So, for instance, I work in 5 counties, and I actually know many, many communities. At the end of the day, it's understanding that your realtor understands what the market is doing in Central Florida so that they can assist you properly. As far as your neighborhood goes, I mean, that is all research information. If we don't have to live in that community to be able to get the information.
So, I mean, I don't necessarily think that you want to hire someone from Jacksonville, so to speak, but I think that it's important to be somewhat local. Yeah, maybe even Seminole and Orange County work together. I don't even, but some sort of localness, I think, is important, Don, in my opinion. Linda in Orlando, what is the difference in realtor versus real estate agent?
Well, a realtor took an oath and is a member of the local board association. So here in Orlando would be the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. A realtor is also a member with the Florida Realtors Association, which is state level. And a realtor is also a member of the National Association of Realtors. So the realtors have to take an oath, have to be a member, and have to follow ethical guidelines and procedures and policies. So that protects the consumer instead of having real estate agents out there willy-nilly doing whatever they want to do with their own procedures, and then it's the wild, wild west.
Got it.
Hence why associations were created.
Right, exactly. Frank in Panama City. Panama City, welcome, buddy. Justin, love your show on the Florida Man Radio Network. Oh, yeah, we're up in the Panhandle now. How can I inspect my roof? Could you ask Greg that? We just did.
You can go out and now you can actually Zoom call us and we can look through your phone.
Right.
We're called virtual public adjusters, and we actually can go through your roof with you in your front yard through your phone. And it'll give us enough visual representation, and we can actually transfer your policy through the phone. And I can tell you if you've got a claim or not by talking to you.
I keep hearing that the shingles are expensive and there's all these delays in shipping them or something. Is that still accurate or no?
It's so expensive right now to do this. And when you do it right, most of the time it involves other pieces of construction, like where the shingles run into the walls. And you want to treat those differently and fix those components. So your new siding and new paint when you're doing this roof that are affecting that roof.
Right. What kind of time frame are you hearing right now on the streets? Is it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months before, once you sign a contract with a realtor before they come over?
The denial that I had was turned back around in about 60 days.
Okay.
If I got one for a customer of mine that was a friend, and we got theirs turned around, I believe, in about 2 weeks,
Really?
where the insurance company just said, yes, you have damage, and they paid it. One of them is about 3 months old, and we're arguing with them because, as you said, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right. I just don't understand. What do you do then if you have a big leak in your roof, yet they can't show up for 60 days? Do you try to patch it up? How do you fix it temporarily?
No, they'll pay for you immediately, your insurance company, to patch and remediate that or to stop it from getting any worse. So they'll definitely take the steps to make it right.
Oh, is this the whole blue tarp thing?
They'll do a blue tarp, and they've repositioned them 100 times while they argue, and it's something that you've got to sort of live through. But if you've got a good insurance policy and it's written well, they respond very well.
Yeah, well.
So it's how you get a policy, and please review it, because we had one customer that had a $10,000 deductible. He had a $12,000 roof, and they sent him $2,000.
Nice.
But I worked with him, and
dinner.
I got him $24,000
Oh, good.
because of the things they left out of the bid for safety and code.
Good job. Sandra in Sanford. Hello, Sandra. How are you? My agent says she works on a team. What does that mean? Explain this whole team versus broker thing.
It just basically means that it's a group. It's a team of realtors that are working under a broker. So that wouldn't be the brokerage firm broker that runs the office. This would be a realtor who decides they want to create a team by mentoring and bringing in other agents to help assist the buyers and the sellers. So it's a team effort.
Real quick, Irene and Kissimmee, 10 seconds. How important is marketing my listing?
Oh, it's everything.
Really? Even now?
Pictures speak 1,000 words. Absolutely. A thorough listing is everything. You want to have a thorough listing if you're looking to get top dollar.
Rose Kemp, as always, a pleasure. That went by very quickly. Greg Bonner, as always, doing a great job coming to my house after the show, buddy.
Okay. Well.
Because I see a little leak or something, so I'm sure you can
let's go.
probably fix that right up. Any questions about anything we talked about today? We're standing by 407-205-0400. Dallas Lehman still standing by to get you pre-approved right now at the very same phone number. Thank you for joining us today. As always, hit record series now. We'll be here with you every single Saturday. I'm attorney Justin Clark, and I'll see you next week for You Have Real Estate. Here with my good buddy Carter Burks with Carter Water at a house doing a full house install. Now, we're not in my house, but I do have this system in my house, and I love it. Thank you to Carter Water for what you guys have done for me.
Absolutely.
Not only am I saving money every day, because we're not buying bottled water anymore, Carter, the shower feels totally different now. Why is that?
Well, because you don't have any hardness in your water anymore, Justin. Calcium, magnesium's gone, the chlorine's gone as well. So all you have is good, clean water.
And the cost. I paid $0 up front, and literally the cost of a couple of bottles of water per month, all while having much better water. Why is the Florida water so bad?
Well, because we come from the Florida aquifer. The aquifer is polluted. It's full of everything we do up here gets down there. Then the city has to hit it with so many chemicals to make it safe to come out to you.
Right. And you know, we have families. I have a family. I feel so much better now that my family's protected from that bad water. I think what people don't understand is when you're bathing, when you're showering in the Florida water, that's also not good for your health.
It's not, because your skin will soak it up. You just don't drink it, you consume it through your body as well.
And what kind of process is that? Is this a several day deal? You're gonna have to uproot the family, or is this fairly simple?
There's no backhoes or bulldozers involved, I guarantee it. Because our patented technology with NASA and the EPA, it provides good clean water throughout every single faucet in your home. So whether it's here in the kitchen, in the bathroom, you always are protected with good clean water.
So when you leave this house today, this family is going to be able to turn that on and drink fresh, clean, healthy water. Is that what you're telling me?
That's it right there.
$0 down, payment plans. You're going to pay so little per month. Do yourself a favor. Call my man Carter Burks with Carter Water today. You will absolutely not regret that decision.
Just in case you haven't heard lately, mortgage rates are at historic lows. In my entire career, I have never seen them dip this low. Now may be your best time to own your dream home and stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent, refinance to a lower rate to save money on your monthly mortgage payment, or pay off high-interest credit card and other debt. My name is Dallas Lehman, president of You Have Mortgage. No one knows when rates will begin to climb again, but they will and can go back up quickly. Call me today so we can tailor your historic rate and program. Our premier Under One Roof team is here to provide our very best for you.
Do you want to feature your home for free on our show? My name is Vivian Lehman with You Have Realty, and we've come up with a comprehensive marketing strategy to get your home sold quickly. Whether buying or selling, we have all the resources for your real estate transaction: builder, insurance, title, mortgage, and we might even know Justin Clark. All under one roof. Call us at 407-205-0400.
I'm here every week to answer your calls, questions, and provide your free pre-approvals. I really enjoy helping people celebrate refinancing to a historic low rate or purchasing their dream home. Now for me, this is my 2.875% 30-year smile from my own home purchase this month, because I like to practice what I preach. I also like to share great news. Call me today and let's get you your best loan scenario while these historic low rates last. It only makes sense to get started now. Your Under One Roof team is always here to help you.